5 on the morning show with Jeff and Will. We are back, and joining us as he does every Friday at this time, it's Marcello from Marcello's Ristorante. Good morning, Marcello. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Today it's not really a great day outside, okay? It's like not sunny.
Yeah, it's supposed to be getting maybe a little sunnier as we move throughout the day. It's definitely going to be a warm one.
Well, that's good. Well, the important thing that it's not humid, but I think it's going to be. But anyway, people, we have air conditioned at Marcello's. Also, we have also we have the outside, that we open. Of course, I would love to have the outside, better looking, and if some politician over there is listening to us, maybe convincing, the town of Suffern, to give me the 3 parking space, outside the restaurant, so that way I can building a beautiful, courtyard, just like in New York City, in Astoria, in many places, because right now I can have only tables 5 feet away from the curb, and people passing by left and right, and it's really not a great atmosphere. But we do have, 12 to 14 seats outside, But last year, when we had the COVID, and they allowed us, to do the outside, they gave us the parking space so that the pedestrian could go around, through the parking instead of having the 3 cars over there. And then, I created a beautiful atmosphere, with the music and everything. So it really was very, very nice. Right now, it's nice, but not as it should be.
Right. No.
People open the doors, people coming out, they go in. So the people that they're eating outside, it's not really a great atmosphere, So, of course, the town, say, we have some handicapped people with the wheelchairs, we have these and that. But, now you're having a dinner outside and the people with the bicycles, they coming through.
Right.
So anyway, it creates a little bit of a problem with with people that they like to dining outside, and they're going to other locations where they still have the tent outside, or they're having a parking lot, with the outside seatings. So I get a little bit penalized because of that, okay?
Right. No, that's understandable. I mean, I've seen a few restaurants still with those tents outside, of course. Now, we've spoken before about you contacting some officials from the town of Suffern about getting the outside dining in general up and running, which it appears in part you've been able to do.
Well,
so.
I
But
was
in
able
terms
to
of the
speak.
courtyard
Yeah.
That you'd like to have. Have you contacted anybody from Suffern to see
Well,
if that's possible?
I was able to speak to the mayor, and and of course, he said that the trustee people, they don't want the liability of insurance and things like that. On the beginning, I started creating a little bit of fight, because of that. But you don't go nowhere with the fight. I
Oh,
mean, you're creating animosity and things like that. But in the meantime, I've been penalized because people they want to sit outside, but they don't want to, people up and down coming in. In other town they gave us the parking space. Like I said, I was in many places where, they gave the parking space outside. In New York City is full. In Astoria, of course, people say, "Oh, we are in Suffern. We are not in Astoria." Yeah, but we're still New York. Okay, I mean, we're still in COVID. I mean, even Dr. Fauci got
yeah,
COVID.
I saw the COVID yesterday.
we still,
Uh,
we still have people, that they having a little problem. Less and less. I do agree. I mean, less and less, and like I said, if you don't creating a good atmosphere outside, people would not like to sit outside. They prefer going to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and believe it or not, we have a lot of places nearby us that they have a tent. We have the Prime restaurant, in right there in Mawa, where they're building a beautiful tent. You have Roxanne, they beautiful bigger tent. Danina has a big parking lot, okay, with a tent. Mog's Pub has a beautiful outside, and then. Yeah, and many other places, But what can I do? If I speak too much, look like I'm creating a problem. If I don't speak, my employee, they lose.
Well, I mean, that's your right to do so. Not that it is a bad thing to create a stink. I mean, perhaps you'd get the space you want overall if you end up still fighting for it in the end. But,
what I don't understand,
what I don't understand, you've been speaking about these other restaurants that have been able to build tents over their exterior dining that, due to the way that your restaurant is formatted around the street, that you're unable to do so, that it's just the bare table there. I mean, I'm sure there's decorations and stuff, but there's no, tents or anything for the exterior dining section?
No, we have umbrellas, we have the plants, but we cannot, we have to stay 5 feet away from the curb. So we have a 10 feet, sidewalk, okay? But if you have to stay 5 feet away, and people passing by through you all the time with bicycle, it's not getting exciting. I mean, in the city, like I said, they gave the parking space to put tables and chairs. Say, I would prefer if I put my tables and chair in the parking space, a little bit far away. I put some nice plants all around. I do an exit, just like a little small restaurant outside, just like they do in New York City. Yeah, like a little cabana or something, like they do in New York City. But I needed to have at least 20 to 25 seats to keep the service outside. You needed to creating an atmosphere outside so that a waiter can be outside all the time. You cannot have one waiter go in for one table outside or two tables, maybe three tables, go inside, outside, go inside. It doesn't creating a service, it's not making enough, tips because of that. So you have to create it. Otherwise, it's just a wasting of time,
Right.
Waste of time.
You spoke about entertaining the people with music beforehand, and I know, every now and again your restaurant does hold music events with artists that play during dinner hours.
Usually, yeah.
Have there ever been any exterior shows, or is there even room
during
to do
COVID,
that, or are they mostly interior when you do have them?
Well, during the COVID last year, where we had all the outside, yeah, we created few times, some artists coming in and play for a couple hours outside. It creates a beautiful atmosphere. Listen, that was the only thing that saved us last year. It was, a beautiful created courtyard in the front of a restaurant. It was good for the town. It was good for everybody. But like I said, they are afraid of, insurance policy, things like that. Like I said, the mayor is trying the best, but, he's saying that the trustee, but that's not really a good way of I like to, if I know for sure that everybody in the county or in New York, okay, they are not afraid to go inside the restaurants, okay, then I say, okay, the COVID is finished, it's over. Okay, but if the people are still not going back to the office to do business, they're still going only for a couple of days and not the whole week. Okay, and if still we have 25-30% of the population still will not go out, but they like when they do go out on the outside, they like to go into beautiful atmosphere, not on the street, then I get penalized. That's all I'm asking, and I can see in the last 2-3 weeks where we try to open up the outside and customer coming in and they don't want to sit outside because of the bad atmosphere. You have car coming in, coming out. People with a bicycle, they coming through the tables.
We did just have a caller. They didn't want to come on air, but they did ask. You were saying that the mayor was arguing about the interest of the trustees, but this caller had asked, what about the public safety concern, given the possibility of expanding the exterior dining? Like, there might be a concern in that realm. What would you have to say to that, with the possibility of maybe making it too tight for people to walk or cars?
Well, no, what I was trying to say is, last year they gave us the 3 parking space in front of the restaurant. Normally I do have a valet. We stopped the valet because of the COVID, right? Okay, so we do have normally the place. So people, we have the what's called the cord outside, and people, instead of coming through the corridor in front of the restaurant, they will just go towards the parking, the parking space, and they're just going around. And the sidewalks is very low. So if somebody comes with a wheelchair, it's very low. It's not. But I do understand the problem. I'm only trying to say that what we had last year during COVID, and what they have in New York City, and what they have in Astoria, what they have into Arthur Avenue in New York, we don't. We don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to say is, yes, the concerning is always there, but the pedestrian will go through, or we put the tables where the parking space are, and the pedestrian, they can through to the sidewalk. The important thing that when the customers they are outside, they feel comfortable, not to see car open, bicycle go through their tables. You know what I'm saying?
No, I see that, and the weekend is of course coming up, and it's expected to be a pretty nice one, not too hot, not too cold. So, anything special coming up this weekend for the restaurant, either on the menu or maybe some special events for people to look forward to?
Well, just great summer recipes. Right now the honeydew melon, it's with my aged Parma prosciutto. We have avocado and crab meat salad. Okay, we have trout. On the entree. I have some of these beautiful veal tortelloni. With a butter Parmigiano sauce, but it's more like summer items. We had lamb chops, with broccoli wrap and a little hot and sweet cherry peppers. Try to make it items, more summery items. We have a Father's Day, so we still have some opening for Father's Day. Sunday it's it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to everyone. So it's really. It's nice. Like I said, people can enjoy the restaurant inside. Who hasn't be able to see Marcello's? We renovated the restaurant, 3 years ago before the COVID. Okay, and now we have a beautiful, elegant room. We have the bistro, more casual. We have the chef tables, so where we can restart to do cooking classes, chef, fancy dinners. We have a beautiful bar for people to come and enjoy. A drink. We have a specialty cocktails. So we're very innovative. As a restaurant. So remember, for people, we've been in suffering for 36 years, and we went through so many different recessions, some great time, okay, and that's basically it. But we have to still keep up, and bring the people in. Some people, thinking that Marcello has been for 36 years. The grandfather used to come to Marcello's. The mother, the grandfather. So the younger people, they still thinking that Marcello is an exclusive type of restaurant. But 3 years ago, we changed the concept where we have created small plates. So you don't have to coming in and have, only rack of lamb, veal chops, filet mignon. You can still have a beautiful, small plate of shrimps, a small plate of a crab cake, small plates of a pasta. You can come to the bar having an antipasto and a glass of wine. So things like that. So it's for everybody, okay? Not
Right.
for a special occasion. Yeah, but for a while, Marcello was always for a special occasion. I mean, we used to have, waiters with the tuxedos. Now we don't have that. We changed it with the time. We are a little bit more.
A little more, casual feel. Might
Yeah.
open it up a little bit more to the expanded people who just want to, find something to eat, which is great. You can of course make your reservations at marcellosgroup.com. Thank you so much, Marcello, for joining us as you do every week at this time. We do appreciate it. We hope you have a great weekend. We hope you have a great week. Happy Father's Day to you, by the way.
Thank
And,
you.
have a great one.
Grazie. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Fan group. Oh, I have to delete that.